Hello and welcome back to EchoKids worksheet explanations. Today we'll talk about half and whole steps. A half step is the smallest interval. It's the distance between a white key and a black key next to each other. Now that's not always the case, but we'll talk about some exceptions in a little bit. Before we do, let's talk about a whole step. A whole step is made up of two half steps. It is the distance between two white or two black notes next to each other. So this also has some exceptions, so now let's take a look. B, C, and E, F are the exceptions to the rules because they are both half steps. Let's take a look on the piano here. B is on a white key. C is also on a white key. This is a half step because it's still just between one note to each other. Let's take a look at the E and the F. They are both white keys as well, but these are also a half step. Here's an example of a half step. Let's say we start here on the C note here. A half step from this C key could land us either here on this B or up here on this C sharp. There are both of the half steps we could take from this starting point. One is going up and one is going down from the note C. That's why these are a half step and we put a bridge just because we're just walking over it. Very nice and easy. Now let's go into the whole step. A whole step goes up and down, and it can create a sort of a mountain. So now here's an example of a whole step. Let's say we start here on this D note here. A whole step from this D will lead us from this C sharp over to this C. That's a whole step. And same thing on the other direction. We go up from this D to this D sharp and down to this E. You see how it creates a mountain? That's why these are whole steps, because you can't cross over with just one bridge like a half step. You need to go up and down or down and up, just like you're crossing a mountain. Now, you try. Find and play 3 whole steps and 3 half steps. Let's start from this F note here. What would be 3 half steps up? Remember, if you're going up, you're going to the right, not to the left, because that would be down. Okay, so 3 half steps from this F would be F sharp, G, and G sharp. Great job! Now let's try this with the whole steps. Also starting from the same note, F. What would be 3 whole steps down? 3 whole steps down from F would be E flat, because we skip the E. D flat, because we skip the D. And B, because we skip the C. Did you get them all correct? If not, let's start again from the beginning, and you can pause while watching the video and take down some notes. Try starting from a different note than an F and see if you can find 3 half steps up and 3 whole steps down from a specific note. What about maybe from the note A? See you next time!